Okay, we're back and we're continuing on with the beard. So I'm going to use a little wider V tool, and we're going to start here with the beard, and we're just going to go outward a little bit towards the outside here. Take little strokes out. I always go from towards the edge. Just the way I do it. There might be other people doing it differently than I, and that's fine. Everybody has their own technique of doing beards and mustaches, and yeah, learn from everybody, and then you'll develop your own style for sure. And yeah, and then when people look at your stuff, they'll be able to say, hey, that's so-and-so's work. It's funny, at the club, when we have our little show and tell, or bring and brag as we call it, you know, oftentimes we put our names with it, but most of the carvers will recognize right away whose is whose. If you've been there for a while and studied any of their work or seen enough of their work, you know for certain that, oh, this is Arleen's, or this is, you know, this is Daniel's or Dan's or George's work. You automatically know, you know, and it's kind of funny how that works out, but everybody gets their own unique style. And I also can tell when somebody takes one of my projects and they don't say it's from me, they kind of just post it. I know right away where it came from. One guy said it has Arleen written all over it. So you know, you will develop your own style when you carve, and you might carve the exact same thing as this, and I can tell whose pattern you've been taking it from, but yet you will have your own style with it. It won't look exactly like what I have here. And that's what makes the handwork, or you know, hand carving so interesting, because it can't be duplicated. Now, there's a rare exception that people can do exactly what they see, but that's not the norm. It's usually that is usually not the norm. And it's true. If you told me to make one exactly like this, I won't be able to do it. I don't have that. I'll make it look similar, but I won't make it exactly the same. You know, there's going to be something that looks different. Even the eyes are not going to be the same size, or the face might be a little bit longer or shorter. You know. There we go. Now we've got a couple more things to do. We've got to do the top of the hat. So what I'm going to do with the top of the hat is I have if I stop dropping stuff on the floor, I'd be doing pretty good today. We're going to do this buckle that they have at the top. Okay, we're going to make a nice big buckle. So let's do it with the knife. I think that might be better. We're going to spray it so it's nice and soft. And I'm going to do this. I already put my band all the way across with a pencil, and you can see what I have here. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to do it from the top here, and we're going to bring this down. Alright. And then we're going to come up from the side. And bring it down next to it. Same thing over here. We're going to go up. We're going to come down. So that's sticking out. Okay? Okay, and then the inside of the buckle is about the same thing. You're just going to take it and make little cuts. One there, and then we'll do the sides real quick. One there and one there. Now this is a little bit tougher because you got to get your knife in there and just slowly take that out. Now those corners don't come free. Just go back and redo them. Okay. Okay, so that's the buckle. Now we're going to go over here, we're going to go a little bit lower than the buckle, and we're going to just put a stop cut all the way around the hat. Now keep your fingers out of the way, and just do a little bit at a time. Don't try to do all of it at once. Alright, and I'm going to take the tip of the knife and I'm going to start cutting it. Now if it doesn't come free, go back over it again. It's pretty simple. It's not real difficult to do. It's just really controlling your knife. Okay, that's all that's to that. You know, it's controlling your knife. Alright. We're going to make this a little deeper because this is sitting on the outside, so. And then I'm going to blend this little ridge in. I really enjoy doing caricatures. They're a lot of fun to do. Okay, so we have our buckle. We've got that. We've got to clean up the, we're going to come down here a little bit. We're going to go right underneath the ear here and the beard. And we're going to just notch that out. Alright. I'm kind of pleased with him. I think it will work out just fine. Alright, so now we're going to trim this off a little bit, get rid of all that rough stuff. Remember, if you don't get rid of that, that's going to show up when you go to paint, and you don't want that. Okay, and we're going to bring this down a little bit more. And we're going to put a little cuff on there. And we're just going to do that with a little V tool. It's going to be very simple. One, down to there. Alright, there's a little bit of a V cut. Alright, we're going to do the same thing over here. A little bit of a V cut. One and two. Alright. It has a little bit of a cuff, and then you go back